Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian turned book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today, I get to share with you this book called Elvis and the World as It Stands. It's written by Lisa Frankel-Ridio and illustrated by Olivia Chin Mueller. This is the story of a kitten named Elvis. Elvis and his sister Etta live at the local animal shelter, and they're looking forward to the 4th of July when the big adoption day happens. They're looking forward to finding their forever home together. But when Elvis is adopted into a family that's separate from Etta, he doesn't know what to do. So he teams up with his new friends to try and find her and be reconnected. Now, along with that, he gets adopted into a family with Georgina, who is a young girl who loves architecture. She loves to build especially large buildings like the Sears Tower and the Chrysler Building and learn about them. And she especially loves building them with her hamster named Mo. So there's a lot of fun elements to this story. It has a little bit of Homeward Bound or The Secret Life of Pets, where all of the pets can talk to one another but can't really communicate with the humans, although they can understand the humans, so there's some frustration there as the animals are trying to communicate what they need. But it's a double-edged story about finding your home and finding where you belong. So Georgina is part of a fractured family. Her parents are divorced recently, and she doesn't really know where she fits in. She has some days with mom, some days with dad, and she's got this new pet, and she loves him, but she's still trying to figure out how her family works and where she fits into it. So just like Elvis, she feels a little bit torn from her regular family, from where she really fits in, and tries to figure out a way to make it all work together. So something that I really loved about this story is that how her parents are really supportive, and they use phrases that are not necessarily commonplace, but ones that are encouraging to her for the way that her brain works. So instead of telling her, hey, you're really pretty, you're really smart, it's, I really like how you worked toward that goal and how you tried to solve that problem. And it's things that she can do herself, that she can improve upon, that's not just innate or intrinsic to her personality. So both of her parents do that. Even though they're divorced, they were really supportive of her and her mission and her goals. She is a little bit introverted. She prefers to spend time with her animals than with other people, especially as she's navigating this new situation in her life. So there's some really cute interactions, especially between her and Mo, as she's building some new buildings with her Legos, and then how the animals work together to find their home and where they fit in as well. So this story really hits upon, your home is not necessarily where you're born, that your family is not necessarily who you're related to, but how you find a new family when the situation arises, how you fit into that new family, and how you grow from those experiences. Especially on the eve of 9/11, or coming up on the anniversary of 9/11, there's a lot of discussion of New York City, the Twin Towers, why that happened. There's a lot of confusion about why the event happened in the first place, and a lot of kids feel that, especially if they didn't go through it themselves. And this story touches on that as well. So one of the things that is important to note about this book is that it's great for early middle grade readers, ones who are graduating from smaller chapter books to larger ones. So this still has some illustrations in black and white, which are super cute. And then the text is a bit larger, so there's more white space, easier to get through for those newer readers. But there are chunks where it's just text. So as they're getting more and more comfortable with the idea of a typical middle grade novel, especially for older readers, they're going to get that in this book. So they're going to have some reprieve with the illustrations, but then they're also going to have those pages that are just text. This is a really delightful story, especially for those who love animals, who love family, and who have a really tenacious and inquisitive child in their life who loves to build and learn and grow. So if this sounds like a great fit for you, I really hope you look for it at your favorite bookstore.